Hello everyone, it's CanadianTitan here and we're back with some more Fortnite Battle Royale. Today we're going to go through another fun win that I had and I hope you'll all enjoy it. You can see here we're queuing up and we have to wait a fair bit. I got into this queue fairly early. You can see the numbers rising nice and fast. I've been playing more than a few rounds of this game lately to try to get some wins, and I'm finding as I'm trying to play a little bit more aggressively, I'm losing more and more often. A lot of the YouTubers I watch have a very aggressive play style, and I haven't really been able to replicate that yet and come out on top, but it's a lot of fun to try, and it's a lot of frustrations, that's for sure. So you can see we're coming from the north end, so I have to pick where I'm going to go. I'm thinking maybe to the left here. There's a lot of houses over here, there's a lot of supplies over here. It can be a fairly good spot to drop. You kind of have to figure out your route though. There's no singular location that you can rotate to. I mean, there's Tomato Town, I think that's what it's called. There's Anarchy Acres, but neither of those, especially in the mid-game, are all that useful. So as we're coming down, I'm checking kind of to the left and right to see if anyone's hitting the ground before me or near me. I'm not going to make it to the tree line, which is usually where I like to go to start. I'm going to stop at the houses and loot up from there. Got a basic set of guns. Nothing too crazy. Need a shotgun, but at least I have 50 shield. Starting out the game with 50 shield is pretty powerful. I don't know why, but it really wanted me to have an M16 assault rifle. In the basement, there's not much here. Sometimes there's a chest down here. This ammo box on top here is really difficult to actually get access to. I don't know why, but it's like it's a little too high. Finally get a pump shotgun. Not my favorite. I've been trying to do the double pump thing recently, and I am horrible at it. So as you can see here, I almost accidentally switch to the double pump. There we go. I've reorganized my inventory. I have the blue M16, the double pump, one more little mini shield, which I can't use right now, of course. 50 shield is as much as the mini shield can give you. I still have a green burst. Of course, that'll be the first thing I replace as soon as I can find something. I'm jumping here in hopes of not being sniped as I move into the next area. Usually I land over by this big tree here. Sometimes there'll be a chest, maybe even two chests, and an ammo box. So it can be a great place to come loot. Look at that, two chests and an ammo box. You can see why I wanted to land here. Of course, this doesn't always happen, but when it does, it feels really good. I'm also trying to keep an eye out on the horizon, so if I'm a little twitchy or glitchy in what I'm doing as I'm playing, sometimes that's because I'm not really looking at where I am or what my character's doing. I'm really looking kind of more towards the horizon line to see, is there anyone coming? Can I see anyone? As I enter here, I think I hear someone, but nope, I'm fine. Get the other 50 shield, so I'm 100 over 100. There's 57 people left. The storm hasn't even started moving yet. I switched to the TAC because I like the fast action that the TAC shotgun, the tactical shotgun, gives you over the pump. I now also have a minigun. Man, what a fun addition to the game. It's totally overpowered. They're gonna have to nerf it, but right now it's super fun. I come back up here to get all the mini shields because I don't really need the gray pump. I'd much rather the shields. I need some more resources because typically by this point I'd like to have around 200 wood going into kind of the mid-game. And that's just so I can build defenses and kind of keep myself alive. Building is probably the biggest tip that I'll give anyone who wants to play Fortnite. If you want to do half decent at this game, learn to build. This is not PUBG. And more walking simulator. There's a lot of map to cover. I can see some building over there by the broken down ice cream truck, but I don't see anyone there. But it makes me nervous that the houses to my left have probably already been looted, so come and grab this chest by the little teddy bear. keep an eye out on the horizon, just make sure nothing's coming. Look for the supply drop. I hear it over this way, so going towards the supply drop is fairly risky. But with 41 people left, I'm really close to it. I have some supplies. I really don't want to get to it until it basically touches down. And I think there's someone, you know, over on this side, so I just kind of wait a little longer as it comes down before heading back. I probably should have waited even a little bit longer, right? Because, like I said, you really don't want to get to the supply drop until the supply drop's on the ground. Collect some more resources. Can't get enough of it. I try not to knock down any of these big trees because from very far away, people can see where you are if you knock down the big trees. So try to make sure you leave at least 50 health on those big trees. If they have 600 health, don't knock them down unless you want people to see where you are. Get the supply drop. Not a lot in there that makes me really excited, so we move on. I'm trying to figure out where to rotate from here. You'll see that I kind of spend a lot of time just in these woods, and I'm not even collecting a lot of resources. I'm just basically waiting to kind of the late game. At some point during my trek through the woods, I think, should I try to do like that, what do they call it, Stairway to Heaven? Giant like sky bridge type thing where you get like 999 wood and you build up so high that typically people don't see you and you can kind of attack them from up there. I don't have a missile launcher or a grenade launcher or a sniper rifle, and even if I did, I'm not very good with the sniper rifle. And that's typically what you have to be good at to be able to do that. So if you're interested in that kind of gameplay, look for someone who's really good at sniping, because they'll probably do that Stairway to Heaven technique here and there. I'm just collecting up as much in the way of resources as I can as we get closer and closer to the late game. I want to be able to defend myself. I want to be able to build a base. I want to be able to build multiple bases. Continuing to rotate kind of towards Lonely Lodge in kind of a zigzaggy pattern. People are dropping, and I haven't seen anyone yet. A lot of the time on the outside edge of where the new safe zone is going to be, you'll see people kind of patrol that area in order to get the maximum number of kills. But I didn't find that to be an issue this time. Oddly enough, I'm actually going clockwise in the circle, which I don't know why, but I tend to go counterclockwise, and I think maybe that's just being a left-handed person. I just kind of have to go against the normal flow of things. But not this time. This time we are collecting resources and heading right towards Lonely Lodge. I heard another supply drop, but I don't see it very easily. So I just kind of continue doing my thing. This little house here actually has a basement in it that sometimes has a chest or two. It's a very unassuming little house. But as you can see, boom, basement. No chest though, unfortunately. I almost knocked up the stairs. That would have been silly. I would have had to build my own way out. And inside the safe zone still, there's 24 people left. Storm doesn't move for another 2 and a bit minutes. So I'm continuing to work my way over to Lonely Lodge. I like Lonely Lodge. It's not one of my favorite areas, but I find it pretty good. It gives you the opportunity for a lot of cover thanks to the trees and the buildings and the hills. But that also means it gives your enemies plenty of cover as well. I work my way into here and build my first base. All set to defend myself. Try not to make any mistakes with building. And I make a mistake with building. Oops. The cool thing is, there's a YouTuber in Nova Scotia, Nick30, who showed me this trick here to be able to get rid of something that you don't want. You just make it so it's not attached to any of your structure, and pop, it's gone. I didn't have to shoot at it, I didn't have to make any extra noise, and that extra little bit of my base is gone and out of my way. So that's a cool little tip and trick that I saw, and I thought I'd pass that on. Now the boring part, right? There's 18 people left. Storm doesn't move for another minute. I'm just listening. I'm looking. I'm waiting. I realize I need to have an exit. Right? You don't necessarily want to jump over the top because you'll sometimes take fall damage, but if I go through that door, I know that I won't. I put down one of my spike traps because I had it. Why not? Someone tries to invade my base, it gives me an opportunity to hopefully jump out and have them jump in and get spiked. This missile comes in, I jump over the side, I take some fall damage. See? Gold. But the missile doesn't hit me. I take some more fall damage sliding down the side, but I'm doing alright. I have a med kit. So I'm looking for kind of a spot that's safe to heal up. Trying to stay low, out of the way. I'm looking at my base because I'm expecting that person to go and actually attack my base. But they don't. That seems really strange to me. I would have expected an active player, especially in the late game like this, 14 people left, to really go and assault my base. Looking around before I move, trying to scout out as much as possible. And it's really, a lot of this game is about listening. People really depend on what they see, but this game's really about what do you hear? I go ahead and start building my new base out of wood. I only make it too high at the start because there's not really a lot higher than me in this area. And also, the bigger the base, the bigger the target you paint on yourself. Again, I'm looking at my old base saying, okay, is someone going to blow it up, attack it, assault it, rush it? Like, what the heck? I'm also looking over the sides and around back, and I'm just like, is anyone coming for me? There's only 14 people left. The area of battle is getting smaller. There should be people any minute, right? Cricket, cricket, cricket. You can actually hear them when it's nighttime in this game. You can hear crickets, which is kind of silly. This is one of those parts where different people have different techniques, right? Some of the pro gamers out there will be really aggressive and continue kind of circling the outer edge of the new safe zone to try to pick up extra kills, to get extra gear. I have a blue M16, I have a green tac, I have some extra mini shield potions, I have a minigun with 132 ammo. I'm feeling like I have an okay kit. And when the new circle comes into existence, it's actually still, I'm within it. My new base is still within the next safe zone, so I have tons of time to kind of sit in here. And as long as no one sees me, they may not attack this base. It's kind of small, it's unassuming, it's kind of stuck in the middle of trees. But I still want to keep an eye on what's happening. I still want to keep trying to look, but I want to keep low, right? Because if someone does go in my old base, they could quite easily see me and snipe me from there at that angle. When you see a base like what I'm in now, trying to crouch and walk slowly, not run, means that I probably wouldn't be able to hear your footsteps, and you could get really close to this base. And you lob a few grenades in here, or use a grenade launcher, or start throwing missiles and running, you could probably break this base very quickly and get a kill. And I'm aware of that. As I'm sitting in here, I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta keep peering around the edges and down along the tree lines and into the different houses, and then all of a sudden I see some building kind of northeast of me. I see the guy jumping around it. I'm wondering, is that the guy that shot the missiles at my base? Because if he looks this way, he could quite easily shoot some missiles at this little base, and I'll have to get out of it and run. I wait to see what he does. I try to stay low and not move, because even when you're in a base like this, if you're moving around, they can kind of see your shadow through the slats of wood and see that you're here. So I just kind of wait. Watch him build. I think about using the chain gun. I decide to make sure I have an exit to get out of this base. I check the exit because maybe someone's standing right there. Wouldn't that have been funny? Open it up and someone takes me down. 11 people left. I start hearing gunshots. I see someone building up to my old base. Look at that. And hops right into my old base. Unfortunately, I think the missile launcher earlier took out my trap, so that guy didn't have to worry about it, which is kind of a bummer. Would have been pretty funny if he jumped in there and schnink. I have to stay really low now, as you can see, because if I'm not careful, a good snipe shot or a good missile and I'm toast. I hear some exchange of fire, so I raise up a little bit to see who's doing it. He's shooting a missile, but not towards my old base, so I kind of move up a little bit further and see, okay, someone's building a base there. I didn't see the guy leave, but there's a little platform on the back of my old base, and that tells me he jumped down around the back and kind of went around. So this is the guy that was in my base. So I have one guy on my left, one guy on my right. There's 11 people, including myself, 10 people, including myself, left. And I'm just kind of watching this all play out and being ready to kind of engage if I think that it's advantageous for me. Safe zone shrinks. I think, okay, the guy on the right probably killed the guy on the left. Nope, he comes out of the storm, starts trying to build some walls, runs away from the missiles, and I'm like, is he coming over here? Am I going to have to engage him? I really don't want to right now. That would totally give me away to the guy on the right with the base. That's all fortified with grenades and missiles and, you know, all the rest of it. But then I see the guy there on the left. He's built a little ramp to try to protect himself while he tries to take down the other guy. Now, if I was smart, I'd continue moving left and right in my base to try to make sure that no one can snipe me. But again, like I said, there's not a lot of areas that are higher than me right now, especially that can hear me. I hear a chain gun or a minigun going off, but I don't see the shots. So I don't know who was shooting with the minigun, but I decide, you know what? Heck with this, I'm out of here. I do not want to face a minigun. Like I mentioned, it's super overpowered right now as a weapon. As I come this way, I can see more building. And now I feel like I'm pinched between a battle over to my left and potentially a battle behind me. And I'm super exposed. And I get some shots thrown my way, but someone kills the guy in the base. And so I'm listening, and I see him start building up to go and take all those supplies and take over that base. I try to build up to it and take a shot. I missed the jump. Oh, that felt horrible missing that jump. Turn around. Right, and I come out on top. Whew. I took some damage. So I only have 10 shield right now, but I have a bunch of mini shields, and look at all this loot. Oh my goodness. I get a nice purple scar. I get a missile launcher. I have tons of building materials. I pop a mini shield and another. And the storm's moving, and so I have to as well. Now I want to get closer to this base over here, but I don't want them to see me approach. And there's 3 people, so 2 other people other than myself. There's definitely a guy in that base to my left, but where's the other guy? I don't want to be the person that gets taken down. I don't want to be third. So I'm in the safe zone. I have no protection, no base. And then I hear shooting. I'm like, yes, good. You two fight. If you play Fortnite and you haven't gotten a win yet, try to remember, you really only need 1 kill. Actually, you don't even need a kill. You can actually win Fortnite without getting a kill. If you can pressure someone to stay in the storm until the storm takes them out, then you win by default as the last person standing. So don't think that if your gun skills or building skills are horrible that you can't win a round of Fortnite. It might take some patience waiting for the right situation, the right scenario where you can come out on top, but it can happen. So I was actually going to shoot the guy with the scar, but I decided, you know what? Again, that just lets everyone know where I am. I don't need to do that right now. I'm going to let them duke it out, and I'm going to take out whoever is the last one standing. He makes an assault on the base. He's climbing, he's climbing. This would have been a great time for me to shoot out his thing, and he would have taken some fall damage. But look, he's dead. So here we go. Missiles away! Let's try to take down this base. And as you can see, I'm trying to get close to that ramp that he built in case I have to go and assault the base as well. Just missile after missile. I might as well use them all up. They're not going to do me any good. Boom. He's down. I win. 2 kills. That's all it took. Remember, everyone, gaming should be fun, so keep having fun. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.